what have you. They're causing, quote, suicides. I mean, that's the big one. When someone who knows something or could reveal something or dies in a very appropriate, if you like, ways for the agenda. When you see the word suicide, I mean, you know, suicide is a word that should be spelled M-U-R-D-E-R. That's what suicide in those terms really is. I mean, we've got David Kelly, this guy who was had the ability to expose before the invasion of Iraq the fact that weapons of mass destruction were not there as they claimed. The papers on his suicide have been shut down for 70 years because of what it would reveal if they came out. So this is going on all the time, and there are peaks like it seems that we're experiencing today there in Texas. There are peaks like 9/11 and what have you. But it's actually an everyday occurrence that's going on all the time.
I agree. Watson has posted the reported letter, and I know he's adding to it the point of where we got it, that this site first reported the Joe Stack. Somebody may have gave it to them. We need to talk to them. We need to contact the site. Talk to Watson, get their name right now, get them on. We need to investigate.
According to your site, it says this letter is now confirmed to have been written, and you know, it just ticks every box, mate, every box.
Okay, I'm on prisonplanet.com, and it says alleged letter written by Austin plane crash pilot.
I've got a headline here that says confirmed letter written by Austin plane crash pilot, but I've just refreshed it about that. You know, whatever, that letter ticks every box.
No, they've got it. It's the Austin American Statesman's confirming it. Oh, yeah. Man, this is bad. I knew when I read it, I could tell. Oh, this is bad. Get Watson, get it up right now. Everything at prisonplanet.com, everything at Infowars.com. Continual coverage on all of this. This is just horrible. I'm going on Russia Today at the very end of the show for about 10 minutes, but I'm probably going to come back and continue. David Icke, stay there. Internet note posted by man, linked to plane crash, statesman.com, the Austin American Statesman. And this is bizarre. So we're going to continue breaking this down with David Icke straight ahead. What a crazy day to have David Icke on with us with all this happening. We'll be right back. Notice this happened in Austin. Notice the Fort Hood massacre happened in Austin. And when that Hassan guy supposedly shot these 13 people and then killed himself, we said maybe a crazy guy. And he's a psychiatrist. Maybe. Then it turned out for years he said he was going to kill people, loved suicide bombers, was sending emails to the confirmed Al-Qaeda mole who handles all the patsies, Reeves, all of them. It's always this guy, the Finsbury Mosque. It's always the same guy. And the CIA for 2 years wouldn't let the military know, and he'd walk around saying, I'm going to kill everybody, and they weren't allowed to get him in trouble. If you say something bad about the president and you're in the army, like I think the president's bad, you get arrested. But he could walk around, I'm going to kill people, I'm going to murder, I hate Christians, blah, blah, blah. And, oh, you get to stay there. This isn't political correctness. That was staged. And now the Statesman is saying it's confirmed. Internet note posted by man linked to plane crash. And the Statesman says it shows a domain that the note was posted on is registered to Joe Stack of San Marcos. A man by the same name who's been addressed in both Austin and San Marcos has been linked to today's airplane crash. Into our office numbers, we're getting people that knew him. Neighbors are calling us. We're going to be perfectly positioned here in the middle of all this to really be able to report on it for you here in the next few hours and coming days. And get ready for the media to come after us. David, now that they're confirming that this is his letter, you were saying classic PSYOP during the break.
Well, yeah, I mean, I've been investigating for a long time, 15 years now, the mind control programs and the mind control operations in North America and in the United Kingdom and Europe, and understanding the extent to which you can literally take over someone's mind in the same way that I could sit here and tap some keys and program this computer in front of me to do what I'm asking it to do. People are lacking an understanding often about what's actually happening because they don't realize what's actually possible. They think that what they see in their everyday lives or what they see in the public arena is the limit of what is possible. But when you get into the secret projects, whether it's technology or whether it's mind control or genetics, you're dealing with something that is light years beyond anything.
I was about to say, they had remote control cockroaches 30 years ago. They had robo-rats 20 years ago. Now they tell the public about it. They have, with one microchip, they can take a monkey, a rat, a human, and remote control, make you go to the bathroom, make you talk, and what I've been told by top experts is they've gone away from the trauma-based programming.
Yes, they have. Yes.
To chemicals and electronics. Go ahead.
Yes, they have. And the thing is that, I've been writing in my books that when I talk about the nature of reality, I describe the body as a body computer. When you look around the brain, they say, when this part of the brain lights up, this is how you react. This is what the body does. This is what you think. This is what your emotions are. And so this is what the whole microchipping program is all about. It's about internally accessing the body computer and then externally manipulating the way it works emotionally, mentally, and physically. And so once they can not even microchip someone, that's the easiest way, but you can actually do it without microchips. You can actually do it by very, very deep levels of what people call hypnosis. But what I'm talking about is beyond any hypnosis you ever see in the public arena. And basically, what they do is they put in a program. It could be a program. I'm not saying this is what's happening.
Stay there. Hold on. Got a break. Okay, David. Back in 70 seconds. He posted this on his official website. It's confirmed.
And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
All right, we're halfway into this live Thursday, the 18th day of February 2010 edition. David Icke will be with us for another 45, 50 minutes into this hour, graciously. DavidIcke.com is his website. Our sites are Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.tv. We're going to get a brief report from Rob Dew and Jason Douglas, who were out there at the Echelon building complex that had the reported kamikaze attack. There was a company founded by Joe Stack, the reported kamikaze attacker, at embeddedart.com. And he created an art firmware software development company, and then it's his website, registered by him, that has the letter posted on it. And it's got his phone number. Well, we talked to neighbors. They said the FBI's there right now. Does that number work? We talked to neighbors. The goes to voicemail. Let's call the voicemail right now on air. Get it ready. Dial it up. I want people to hear the voicemail. Let's hear the voice of Mr. Stack right now. David, we're going to go back to you here in just a moment. Can you guys dial that live on air so we can hear it? I want to hear it dialing and everything. All right, good. Do you need his number? I can give it to you right here. Instead of pulling it up, I can just give you his phone number. Okay, so it's been captured, so that's coming up. And we'll post the YouTube in Paul Watson's article of his recorded voice. I think this is going to be important. That's coming up. Again, we're in the middle of an investigation. You're seeing the sausage being made here. But, David Icke, if you had all these different pieces of evidence in, you were finishing up with the robotic control. We did find the mainstream news article I'm going to cover in the next segment about the robotic-controlled rats. These are physical rats, physical mammals that are remote-controlled. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was saying before the break, I'm not saying this is what happened to Mr. Stack because, it's a breaking story and we need to follow this up and get more information. But I'm telling you what is possible, and it's child's play by the level of mind control techniques that they're operating with. It is possible to have put into this man or anyone else a program which would lead to them behaving in this way. They can put the program in great detail, fine detail, and then they close that part of the mind, they close that part of the brain, if you like. It's called compartmentalization, or they call these compartmentalized areas of the mind-brain alters. And then they program in. It could be a sentence, it could be a word, it could even be it could be a color or a sound, anything. And when that word or trigger is given, then that man suddenly starts to play out the programmed behavior that was in there waiting to be activated. Now, I've come across so many different examples of this. I'll give you a quick one. There was a period in Britain when certain kinds of scientists, I mean, it's still going on now in many areas, but in Britain, at a particular time, when scientists were doing very strange things and killing themselves. One guy was sitting in his home in London, I think it was, and he was eating his meal, and then he puts his knife and fork down, walks out, gets in his car, drives to Bristol, which is a good way. He had no connections to Bristol whatsoever, parks his car on the Clifton Suspension Bridge, which is a massively high suspension bridge going over the river in Bristol, and jumps off. Another guy, he goes missing over a weekend. He says he's going out to get some petrol, some gas.